bawa si Acap dengan si Asya pula tuh. Ingat abang pergi bercuti.
Depan. Sama ya bukannya.
Aduh, bila aku dapat turun KL. Kumpul duit lah dulu aku baru turun KL.
Tu masih tak ada ke? Kau tak dengar tu voice kat bilin tu.
Air gas bani kan? Anu?
Kak bilin dah tanya.
Yang dilakukan. Kau tengok dia bagi aku baju saiz.
Sekolah jam M lah. Itu yang paling besar.
Kalau M gitu macam bongok aku long baju ni sudah pakai 620. Saya malas aku tukar baju. Dengan orang sempur-sempur lagi nyamuk, saran kau.
Apa nanti besok
orang mau kutuk-kutuk aku.
Nanti besok kau tengok bawa kereta aku cari lagi baju. Ada lagi baju 3 tu.
Cantik lah rumah kau macam hotel pula aku tengok. Aku tinggal satu jika kau belum bagi.
Ada putih tu. Ya, dekat rumah aku ada 3. Semalam aku pakai baru 4, 5. Ada lagi 2.
Aduh,
saya seberapa?
Turun KL. Kumpul duit lah dulu aku baru turun KL.
Vandal Savage, an evil dictator blessed with immortality. He has achieved what no one in human history ever has. He has conquered the entire planet.
What's your name, son?
Jonas.
Your mother was brave, just as your father was foolish. Which are you? So you take after your mother, huh? Or not?
Caesar, Hitler, Perdegaton, rank amateurs compared to Savage. His forces have already claimed the lives of billions. And if we possess the means to stop him, and again do nothing, then their blood is on our hands.
As a Time Master of long standing, you seem to forget our responsibility is to protect the timeline, not humanity. You wish to engage in the very sort of manipulation of time that we are sworn to prevent.
And yet, if we allow humanity to perish at the hands of evil, then what universe are we custodians of?
What if, in trying to save the world from Savage, you make it vulnerable to another more terrible despot?
We are not warriors, Captain Hunter. We possess no army.
No, I'm not asking for one. Just a single time ship. And your permission to change history before Vandal Savage puts an end to it. I'm not appealing to you as Time Masters, but as humans. Please. Grant me the authority to change the timeline just this once.
How did the council meeting go, Captain Hunter?
Exactly as expected, Gideon.
So we are proceeding?
Indeed. Prepare the wayfinder for takeoff. Set a course. United States, Star City, January 2016.
The early second millennium AD. The golden age of gasoline engines, online pornography, and those silly little smartphones. What are we going to retrieve, Captain?
Oh, not what. Who? I need you to pull up some files, Gideon. The 8 men and women who'll be joining us on our little crusade.
You usually prefer to work alone, Captain.
This time I'll need a team.
First recruit, Dr. Raymond Palmer, also known as the Atom.
This feels good. Being back in the field. Not that this is a field, but...
Ray, are you up for this?
Too late to turn back now.
Huh. Someone removed the central processing unit.
Are you sure?
I designed the computer CPU, so yeah.
Pretty sure.
Well, Hive would only remove it if they knew.
You had me shrink down and
fly into their secret computer lab.
Well, that's about to get a whole lot worse, isn't it?
Oh, you can take them. They have guns. You have a super suit. It's time to start growing.
This is gonna get a little rough.
Oh, I am not one of your adversaries. Next recruit, Sarah Lance, former member of the League of Assassins, also formerly dead.
Garechika.
Miss Lance, join me for a drink? I have come quite a long way to meet you. Firestorm, the merged superform of one Jefferson Jackson and Professor Martin Stein.
Caution, Jefferson, 83% of the
Suruh dia tengok dah tak ada lagi ke atau macam mana, berubah dulu sekali nah. Lepas tu beri ke ibu dia ni.
chemicals in this factory are combustible.
Yeah, tell it to Rambo.
I thought I told you to be careful. What's the use of sharing my intelligence if you won't listen?
Stop bossing me around like I'm one of your snot-nosed undergrads.
Excuse me.
Who are you?
Kendra Saunders and Carter Hall. The latest reincarnations of Hawkman and Hawkgirl.
Kendra! You, my love, almost got us killed.
Thank you.
You're flying still clumsy like a bird just out of the
Well,
nest.
maybe that's because up until 2 months ago, I was a barista, not some damn winged demi-goddess.
Have you two considered couples counseling? I hear it's quite popular in this century.
There seems to be an error, Captain. These candidates, Leonard Snart and Big Rory, are a pair of criminals.
There's no error, Gideon.
Drop your weapon! Ah, fry, you little piggy! The minivan. Really smart.
Cops will never hassle a dad buying diapers in the middle of the night.
What the? Watch it!
Stein, what the hell are you doing here?
I'm as ignorant as you for once.
Where are we?
Why don't you ask the dude who knocked us out and kidnapped us? British dude with a flashy thing, ring any bells?
The name's Rip Hunter. I'm from East London. Oh, and the future.
Nice to meet you, Rip.
While you were incapacitated, I may have tampered with your weapons. I've assembled you all because I need your help. The future of the world is in peril because of a man by the name of Vandal Savage.
Back here in Pete. We destroyed him.
Yeah, the Green Arrow and Flash helped us do it.
And therein lay the problem. Unless you or Mr. Hall deliver the death blow, Savage can be restored from but a single cell.
The hell are you talking about?
Vandal's immortal. Kendra and I reincarnate.
Yeah, I've done that.
What the hell does this Randall guy got to do with us?
Vandal. In the future, he will employ the evil he has perfected over his long life and the power he has amassed throughout history to finally conquer the world. I've been tasked with assembling an elite team to stop him.
How?
To travel through time, to capture Savage before he grows into the monster he becomes.
You got the wrong guy. Hero ain't on my resume.
Or mine.
I know it's difficult for you to fathom, but when I'm from, the year 2166, you and everyone on this roof aren't just considered heroes. You're legends.
Legends?
I hate to nitpick, but doesn't a legend have to be dead?
Yeah, see, that's a deal breaker for me, so I'm gonna pass.
It's dangerous for any of you to know too much about your own futures, but I am here because each of you, as individuals, is destined for greatness.
I can get behind that.
And because if you don't follow me, this is what is in store for your world 150 years from now. chosen any time and any place. Of all the people who ever lived, I chose you 8. I certainly hope that you won't let me and the world down. If your answer is yes, meet me at this address in 36 hours.
I had that. I know. That's fun to watch you kick and punch and skewer bad guys, but I need a minute of your time. I'm sure Captain Hunter will return me to the moment I left, but I thought, just in case someone should know I was gone. We went up against Savage. He does not go down easy. So Hunter's recruited a team. A team that includes Leonard Snart and Mick Rory. So what do you know about Captain Hunter? He's a time master from the 22nd century. It's a little hard to Google. So you know nothing? And yet you trust him. As trusting as you are cynical. Well, I'm cynical, and it's difficult for me to trust anyone, but that has kept me alive. I died once. At least the world thought I did. You know what happened? Nothing. All the money, all the buildings, all the inventions. The world didn't care. My life, ultimately, didn't matter. Rip has given me the chance to help save the world. I have to take it. Keep your head in a swivel while you're at it.
206 times. Savage has killed both of us 206 times.
Yeah, and I'm not too eager about making it 207.
So what? You just gonna run away?
We've tried that before.
Look, I know you don't remember your past lives yet, but I remember so much of it. God, if you only knew how I loved you and how much it hurt every time he took you away from me.
Have you ever stopped to think that maybe, just maybe, we can't actually beat him?
But this time we wouldn't be facing him alone, and we almost defeated him with help before.
Yeah, almost.
Kendra, this is our best chance to stop him forever. The woman I've loved for millennia wouldn't be scared of this. Look, past lives we'd fight, argue, a lot. But we settle matters as warriors.
What? Like I beat you? And you give up this plan to follow Hunter?
Yeah. Except you won't be able to beat me, but you can absolutely try. Winner gets to decide, little lady.
I remember when you told Mom and Dad that you wanted to go to sleepaway camp. This will be a little different. Time travel. I can't believe we're talking about it like it's something real. I know. I think you should go. Laurel, I died. I'm still picking up those pieces. The Lazarus pit brought me back, but it left me with this need to take, to kill. I'm dangerous.
After you died, I needed a channel for my grief. I found it in becoming the Black Canary. I found it in you.
For me, being the canary was never that positive.
Then don't be the canary. Do what Oliver's been doing. Do what this Rip Hunter is offering you the chance to do, and be a hero in the light. Be the white canary.
Where did you get this?
I have a resourceful friend named Cisco.
Where's the mask? You don't need it anymore. We've lived in the shadows long enough.
thieves, crooks, criminals. I have no desire to save the world, especially 100 years after I'm dead.
You said across time, Mick. What about the years before? For fingerprints and surveillance cameras and DNA analysis. Why did we become criminals?
Because we hate working and we love money.
We'd steal the Mona Lisa straight off Da Vinci's easel, snatch the Hope Diamond before it was discovered. This is everything we got into thieving for in the first place. More than everything.
You want me in, I'm in. But I'm not gonna be anyone's hero.
Jefferson, it's imperative we remain together for our powers to work.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm still getting used to the whole powers thing. And now that you're adding time travel to the mix...
Do you have any idea what an extraordinary opportunity we've been given?
A chance to get murdered by an immortal psychopath. No thanks. Look, I'm a 20-year-old auto mechanic. The world is better off without me trying to save it.
I don't understand your decision. But I respect it. Perhaps I can persuade Mr. Hunter that he needs my knowledge as a physicist and not my abilities as Firestorm. So I propose we have a toast to my grand and solo adventure to saving the world.
Knock yourself out.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Professor! This is the place.
I think we're being punked. Do people still say punked?
No.
I see your buddy threw himself going away party.
Yes, I believe he drank something that didn't quite agree with him.
You don't look too happy to be here.
Perceptive.
Well, I see you've all decided to come. Well then, good to be on our way.
I ain't footing it anywhere.
Time Master's sacred charge is to do no harm to the timeline. Can you imagine what a time ship would look like in, say, Victorian England?
Holographic indigenous camouflage projection.
Indeed. It's called the Wave Rider. It's been my ship for over a decade. Shall we?
Excuse me, would you mind, thank you.
I bet it uses ionic propulsion.
I doubt that very much, given that even advanced technology wouldn't be able to sustain an ionic reaction.
Well, it's possible if you stabilize a quantum flux. You know, we actually covered this before, Professor Stein. When I was your student many moons ago. Perhaps you remember my paper on subspace field mechanics?
I don't remember you, Mr. Palmer.
Oh.
Whatever you roofied him with, I'd like some.
I did not roofie him.
Oh, I ain't judging.
I have never seen anything like this before.
Neither have I. And considering I have 4,000 years worth of memories, that's saying something.
How does a vessel of this size function without a crew?
Oh, I don't need one. I have Gideon.
Welcome aboard. I am Gideon, an interactive artificial consciousness programmed to operate this vessel's critical systems and aid Captain Hunter in his mission.
Captain? Gideon's been working on helping me locate Vandal Savage. I thought you said he's pretty active in the 22nd century.
Perhaps engaging Savage at the height of his powers isn't the best strategy.
Indeed. Unfortunately, Savage has kept his movements hidden throughout history. Not even Gideon can determine where or when we can find him. But I have the next best thing. The man who can. Professor Aldous Boardman. And Professor Boardman is the world's leading, well, only expert on Vandal Savage. We're going to pay him a little visit.
Course plotted for St. Roque, New Orleans.
St. Roque?
October 17th, 1975.
Now, I suggest you all strap yourselves in. Temporal navigation isn't something one wants to be standing up for.
Time travel. Cool. Some of you may experience some slight discomfort. In very rare instances, there will be some bleeding from the eyeballs.
I'm sorry, what?
Human body is used to time unfolding linearly.
Oh, Jess, I'm so glad you're awake. I didn't want you to miss this. This is what?
What the?
Oh, no, I wouldn't unfasten those if I were you.
Get me off this, whatever this thing is.
Good luck explaining this.
I did him a favor.
He doesn't look all that grateful.
Just hang on and remain calm.
All your worlds are about to change.
Whoa! Seriously, that was insanity. God. Whoa, that is some serious Darth Vader going on there.
Chronos to command. I'm closing in on Captain Hunter's position.
Hey, what you doing there, bro?
I'm determining whether you are integral to the timeline.
Okay.
You are not.
Oh, I should have mentioned it before. Nausea is one of the side effects of time travel, along with vertigo.
I can't see.
And temporary blindness. I should only last a minute. After all, that was a mere jaunt. The further back in time you go, the worse the side effects. Better?
It's all relative. Good.
I can't believe you kidnapped me. Hey, I want to go home.
Good news then, 2016 will be around in 41 years. Now, you three, feel free to make yourselves comfortable back here on the ship, while the rest of you are coming with me to find Professor Boardman.
Whoa. You're benching us?
I thought we were a team.
Well, this mission doesn't require your particular skill set. Yet.
Meaning you don't need anyone killed, maimed, or robbed.
Precisely.
Sure it's a good idea to leave these two unsupervised on a time machine?
A haircut. Deafness wasn't one of the side effects.
We better hurry up. Professor Boardman will die in less than 24 hours.
What's the point in cutting it so close?
Because if he's destined to die, then he doesn't have a timeline for us to disrupt, and his impact on the future will be minimal. How brilliant.
And depressing. How does he die?
He's found dead in his university from unknown causes. Come on.
Are you coming?
I'll stay put.
You'd rather stay with them?
They didn't drug me.
Point taken. This is unbelievable.
1975.
Imagine all the wondrous applications of this technology. A chance to witness the construction of the pyramids, the end of the dinosaurs.
I've never been to 1975. It's rather colourful.
So, where can we find Professor Boardman?
In his lecture hall.
Oh man, we're too late.
This is... I'm sorry.
You. Both of you.
You know who we are. I've been studying you my whole life. Ever since as a child, I first heard the story of Cheara, high priestess of Horus, the hawk god, and her lover, Prince Khufu. I hoped and prayed this day might come.
Well, it looks like we've come to the right place.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Fellow historian. Here to discuss another passion of yours. Vandal Savage.
There's no way of telling your story without telling his also.
Why does this stupid station play nothing but reruns?
Don't even bother trying to explain.
Am I the only one on this ship who could really use a drink? I say we go get weird in the 70s.
Excellent idea.
I got the perfect outfit. Perhaps Captain Hunter was unclear with his instructions to remain on board.
Shut it, Metalmouth.
Oh, you're not quite ready to run with this crew. Sorry, kid.
Wait, you just gonna leave me here?
I said I'd take care of you.
4,000 years ago, Vandal Savage was an Egyptian priest, secretly in love with a priestess. You, or rather, you in your first life. But you were in love with another, Prince Khufu. Savage or half-savage. And prayed for the hawk god Horus to damn the objects of his hate for all eternity. Cheara had a prayer of her own that Horus would protect them forever. But another life was bound to theirs by accident.
Savages. That's why he wants us both dead.
My theory is that the three of you were exposed to the same radiation by the meteorites.
We all share the same power.
And every time he kills you, it passes to him. That's what maintains his immortality.
That's impossible. Unless the meteorites contained a mutative element, like the particle accelerator that caused your powers.
But without evidence, you're asking us to take you at your word.
It's not my word. It's theirs. But you still don't remember me, do you?
We knew you in our past lives.
You've told me your entire story, stretching back through the ages. But when I first knew you, it was after World War I. And your names were Joe and Edith. Edith Boardman.
Wait, we were related? I don't remember you. I'm so sorry.
Don't be. You always warned me that if I ran into you in your next life, you might have forgotten me. That's us. At the World's Fair. You're just as beautiful as I remember you. Mother.
How old were you when
you two were murdered? 10. My whole life, you taught me to be careful, to keep moving, always one step ahead of Savage. But after tracking you for 4,000 years, he'd gotten good. He found us in the middle of the night at a flea-bag motel in North Carolina. You hid me in the closet, made me promise that no matter what I heard, I'd stay put. And I did.
Sorry to interrupt your family time, but we were hoping you could tell us a bit more where to locate Savage's present whereabouts.
He hides in the shadows, never drawing too much attention. At every lifetime, placing himself near the seat of power, sowing seeds of destruction. Who remembers the name of the man who whispered in the ear of Gavrilo Princi and convinced him to start World War I?
But why? What does he get out of that?
The more the world is focused on destroying itself, the less it notices an immortal psychopath in its midst.
With the ultimate goal of subjugating the entire planet.
You killed your parents, Professor Boardman. Something tells me you know where to locate Vandal Savage.
I have an educated guess.
Dull of ears. You gotta love the 70s. Who wants to listen to some Captain and Tennille? My mother played it a lot.
Wow, you guys are really far out. You want to dance, Leonard?
You go right ahead. I'll watch.
Suit yourself. Can I help you?
Or you join me in the parking lot.
Ooh, tempting, but you're not my type. But your lady, on the other hand, well, she looks just my speed.
Maybe you didn't understand my request, bitch.
I got this. Now I can stand for a little help.
that is your name, right?
How may I help you?
I assume this ship has a autopilot or something.
You assume correctly.
Great. In that case, I'm gonna need you to take me back to 2016. See, me being here, it's all a big mistake.
Captain Hunter told me you tried to do this. And he also told me not to listen to anything you say.
Well, you are a computer. You have to listen to me.
You seem overwrought, Mr. Jackson. If you'd like to go to the med bay, I'd be happy to prescribe you a sedative.
I do not need another roofie. What was that?
A thermite grenade. It seems someone is trying to breach the hull. His name is Kronos. He's a temporal bounty hunter. The ship is taking heavy fire.
I know! Are we supposed to be invisible or something? You need to get us out of here now!
A lifetime of research on Vandal Savage that all points in this direction. This should help you find him and the vengeance that has eluded me all these years.
Jefferson, something's happening. Did Jefferson? We seem to have a little problem back at the vessel. There's an intruder. We really must be going now. Thank you for everything.
Wait! We can't just leave him here.
We have to get back now.
You said he's going to die in 24 hours.
And we can stop it. Are either of you a Time Master? I didn't think so. I've spent years studying the implications of chronological alteration.
Well, good for you. But we're not going anywhere unless our son's coming with us.
Why is Kronos attacking us?
Perhaps Captain Hunter is best suited to answer that query.
Fire photon torpedoes or something!
Only Captain Hunter is authorized.
Where is Captain Hunter?
Dr. Palmer, please tell me. I didn't leave my exosuit on the ship. Okay, but I'd be lying.
Who the hell is this guy? Is that a laser gun? Gotta get back to the ship and bond with Jefferson. Cover me! Cover me too.
You crazy old man.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer. Seriously, it's Dr. Palmer. Get down! We need to merge. We go out for one lousy drink, and you guys somehow managed to pick a fight with Boba Fett. We'll get you out of here.
Professor Boardman has sustained severe internal injuries.
Prepare the medbay to receive Professor Boardman and get us out of here.
Course heading?
Anywhere but here.
Our cloaking shield and aft entrance have been significantly compromised, Captain.
Yes, I can see that, Gideon. Station us in the temporal zone while I work on repairs.
Temporal zone?
It's essentially a time limbo. We can hide out there for a bit. Another temporal jump would risk revealing our position.
A time limbo, astonishing.
Oh, well, there's something you people don't know about time travel. That's surprising, isn't it, considering none of you have ever time traveled before? Bringing a family member from the past onto a time ship, breaking out and carousing around the 1970s. We've barely begun, and already this is the worst unmitigated disaster of my career.
I see why you got the hots on that one.
My son is hurt because of you. Who attacked us?
Something of a long story.
Better tell it fast, Rip, because it doesn't look like the lady's in a patient mood.
Neither am I.
His name is Kronos. He works for the Council of Time Masters.
Banyaklah dibawa masuk company tu.
My former employers.
I thought you were a time master.
As I've expressed, time's not a linear thing. At some point, I was, in fact, a time master. You people, please stop hitting me.
Start telling the truth.
I relinquished my position as a time master when I commandeered the Wave Rider. Cronus was clearly sent to bring me in.
You lied to us. Of course I lied to you. I needed your help. You all barely said yes as it was.
What about the Legends part? You lied about that too, didn't you?
I chose you all because 100 years from now, your lives have a minimal effect on the recorded timeline. I needed your help without disturbing the history of 2166.
So, we're like the opposite of Legends.
Give me one good reason why we shouldn't kill you. Ditto the arsonist.
Because Gideon would listen to your commands and you'd be stuck here forever?
Great. So we're not an elite team of heroes on a sanctioned mission sent to rid the future of its most horrific bad guy. Just a collection of nobodies who time really doesn't give a damn about.
I didn't lie about the mission itself, or the brutality and ruthlessness of Savage, or my need for your help.
I don't imagine you're the kind of guy who quits his job and takes on this kind of threat for altruistic reasons. So, Rip, why don't you tell us? What did Vandal Savage do to you?
The Time Masters discourage marriage. They urge against procreation even more. A Time Master should be free of any personal entanglements that might compromise him. But I fell in love, and we had a child. A boy. Jonas.
Savage killed your family.
He slaughtered my family. And thousands of other families. And the body that I swore an oath to serve turned a blind eye. They continue to turn a blind eye. I won't. The last thing that my child saw in this world was that monster's face. You can be damn well sure that when Savage dies, the last of ACCs will be mine. I understand, given the circumstances, if you wish to return home, we can make the jump once the repairs are done, if and when Professor Borden stabilizes.
I think we all need a little time to consider our options.
Just get some rest.
There's something I've wanted you to have. It's around my neck. It was my mother's. Yours.
It's beautiful. I remember it. Thank you. Brett wouldn't have allowed me to bring Aldous on board if you hadn't said so.
Of course. JR. Sorry. Kendra.
No, it's okay. JR is fine.
Masalahnya bila slow, QC akan kasih tipu-tipu baris-baris yang dekat-dekat semua badan dia. Jadi kita pun macam
Seems an apology is in order. What I did was wrong. I should never have forced you to come along. But for me, the opportunity to travel through time See the mysteries of the universe, reveal notions I've spent my whole life studying.
Please do not geek out on quantum physics right now.
Mr. Hunter was offering grand adventure. And at my age, you never know how many adventures you have left.
Hey, I saw your 40-yard dash onto the ship with that Kronos guy shooting at you. I think you got plenty of adventures left.
Yes, perhaps you're right. Back home is Firestorm.
What if I don't want to go home? Yet, I mean...
Why the change of heart?
You ever play football? Yeah, I didn't think so. Anyway, the best feeling I ever got from being on the field wasn't when I made a great play or we won some game. It was when one of my teammates took a tackle for me, and I knew they were going to make sure I was safe. And nobody got to me. Watching all of you rush back to the ship, even those two knuckleheads, to take on Kronos, made me feel the same way. I like being part of a team, man.
Me too.
Watch it! Sorry. Sorry. What's the point of us even giving this a second thought? Rip has already seen the future. He knows exactly what's in store for each of us. Might as well stay dead. Because the world doesn't need any of us. You're just a lost assassin. You're just a pair of good-for-nothing criminals.
I can live with that.
Well, I can't. Can't live with somebody putting a cap on my destiny. Spend my whole life working to be something greater by becoming something smaller. Some guy comes along and tells me that being the atom is as insignificant as an actual atom.
That's not what he said. Rip said that in his future, we're nobodies. But this mission is about changing the future. And if we have the power to change the world, don't you think we have the power to change our own fate?
For better or for worse. It's a very good point.
What do you think, Gideon?
I calculate a less than 6% likelihood that they decide to go on with the mission.
And that's about the repairs.
And there has been another unfortunate consequence of Kronos' attack. Care to hear about it?
Oh, really?
Scott. Our son. Or our son from our previous life. It's all too confusing.
Very sorry.
Actually, you don't get the blame for this. This was my fault. If I hadn't insisted on bringing him back here, he might have died peacefully, in his sleep maybe.
Don't torture yourself with recriminations. One of the great lessons of time travel is that many things cannot be changed. Time wants to happen. Kronos, even Vandal, won't be the only enemy we face. Very often it will be time itself.
Whether it wants to happen or not, we're going to change time, erase Savage's future, and earn our rightful place in history.
Dr. Palmer is correct. We may not be legends in your time, Captain, but we are going to decide our own fates.
I don't give a damn about being a legend, as long as we end Savage once and for all.
I can get down with that.
And our malcontents?
I like killing people. We're in. For now.
So how do we find this guy?
Professor Boardman had a theory about that.
I've already had Gideon plot a course.
You know what this is? An instrument to make this world a better place. History teaches us that the cause of humanity is only advanced through strife. There's no Renaissance without the Dark Ages. Man had no interest in split bands up until World War II. Just trying to make this world a better place. One war at a time.
Anak bos.
Wala na, boss.
And we've arrived. Gideon, if you wouldn't mind camouflaging us as an alpine meadow, perhaps?
What are you complaining about now? It's not like we time jump.
I hate flying, especially in whatever this thing is. Where exactly are we?
We're still in 1975, right?
Indeed. October 19th, 1975 on the fjords of northern Norway.
Sounds like a vacation.
Which we can take as soon as the threat of Savage has been neutralized, Mr. Start.
That's all this is, notebook.
Now, he theorized that Savage might be here. And if he's right, and if we can capture Savage, then at least Professor Boardman didn't die in vain.
Can't we just go back and save all this?
He was our son.
Look, I'm sorry, we can't go back and change events in which we participated. Time would fold in on itself, creating a temporal vortex.
Which sounds way cooler than it is.
Forgetting physics for a second, shouldn't we figure out what Savage is doing in Norway?
According to Gideon, there is a large meeting of terrorists and fringe groups looking to buy illegal arms.
No, that sounds like a vacation.
Arms dealers and terrorists aren't exactly our kind of people. But they're the next best thing.
Well, looks like you and your lapdog get turn you keep. I'm no one's lapdog, Birdman.
So what exactly does one wear into a black market arms bazaar anyway?
Oh, the Wave Rider has a fabrication room which can fashion temporarily indigenous, fashion.
You got a room that makes clothing?
Doesn't everyone?
All right. First thing we need to do is work up a plan. Got a lot of experience infiltrating criminal gatherings? Didn't think so. I'm calling the shots.
Actually, I'm in charge in case any of you have forgotten.
No, I remember. I just don't care.
Do I need to remind any of you that I'm a time master? Making discrete alterations to the timeline is what I do. So we're not just going to charge into the past like a bull into a china shop.
After what you told us about the mission turned out to be lies.
None of you have ever encountered Vandal Savage before. I have. And I'm telling you now, you are making a big mistake.
I did that when I trusted you. Back soon, Captain.
Looks like they're checking credentials. We don't have any.
We got this. Trust us.
Excuse you.
IDs.
You don't look like an Ahmad Izzeldin.
I'm Arab. On my mother's side.
No problem.